Good morning. Guys, we've been off for 2 weeks. I'm excited to be here. Gil, good to see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. So we missed last week because many of us were on Build at Sea. We just
Fourth
listened
of
to the
July.
theme song. Man, I didn't want to get this started because I wanted to continue listening to that song. Really nice.
All right, you guys know before we get started, and I have a feeling I know some of these because we got some really good wins going on right now. We're gonna start off with some blessings, and then we're gonna review some things that kind of were the highlights of the AI traction panel that I think that need to be repeated. There were some things there that I thought, man, like there's some gems that came out of there. Thanks to Vincent Q and Mario, and Yulia on the from Tampa. I mean, you guys shared some incredible stuff. So let's start with some strong wins. What are you grateful for in your business? What's working for you right now? Maybe you just talked to somebody recently and you started that conversation. The juices are flowing today. I feel like that's all it really takes. You just need to get the juices going, or maybe you've had a major win you want to share. So from small to big, share your blessings. You know what I always say: blessings that don't get counted get subtracted. So we definitely don't want subtraction. We don't even want addition. We want multiplication in our business. So share your blessings. Just unmic yourself. Let's ready to go.
Morning, morning,
Go,
guys.
Mark.
I'll start it off. So blessed to
Yep.
be here. Glad to be back. What I want to share two wins. One win that most of y'all know, we have an amazing broker that just joined eXp with us. He's bringing over 40 agents, so super excited to have him with us. He's on the call too. He might unmute himself and talk. So that's one of the biggest blessings right there, right? Partnering with the right people, and now we're gonna build an empire together. The second blessing is going back into the action. So I had a big player out in Houston, Texas, call me about 2 days ago and say, "Hey, I see what you're doing. I love your activities. I love your social media. Imagine a world where we can both be together. We would take over." He's the one telling me this, right? So
Wow.
then I'm just listening and listening and listening. And then from there, it was for another platform that he offers on the mortgage side. And I heard him out, heard everything. And then from there, I set up a meeting. And now I'm going to talk to him and tell him, hey, imagine a world in real estate where we can run together. We would take over because I know we would. He has a big following. He's like another Mario, but on steroids. So it's exciting that he picked up the phone, called me, and was asking what I was doing so I could help him and vice versa, right? But we go back to, hey, how do these things happen? And I don't believe it's luck. I believe it's the actions on that we're doing daily because I've been messaging them like we did on the panel. Hey, bro, popping in to wish you a great month. Hey, bro, popping in to wish you a great week. Hey, bro, what are your goals? So just building that relationship and that conversation so they could start seeing what I'm posting and also create that fear of missing out and reach out, right? So I thought that was amazing because it's like we're talking about what we're accomplishing, but as we're doing the activities, those doors start opening up with other agents as well. So excited to connect with that individual too.
Beautiful. Mario, man, you're doing it. You're doing it. Somebody on the cruise said, lead the lead to you. And that's exactly what you're doing. You got people reaching out to you. I had the blessing to be able to hang out with you, some of your partners out there, to meet JC. I'm assuming that you're talking about him. I don't know
Yeah, sure.
which whale you're referring to because you're communicating with so many of them. But JC, we'd love to hear from you, man. We'd love to see you here and glad that you're a part of the team. So if you could unmute your mic and introduce yourself, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm JC. Mario just convinced me to join.
Let's go. Let's go.
JC,
Oh,
where's your market, my friend?
Chicago,
All right. Global Alliance expanding to Chicago.
little by little, right?
8
Yeah,
a.m. there, right?
exciting.
What's that? I'm
So
sorry.
JC, you came on like were you convinced before you came on the build cruise?
Kind of, because I know what Mario did, right? Like because I do the same thing with clients, right? Build a relationship, and then little by little, they come to me. So Mario and I have been we've been buddies for like about 2 years. I asked him for a favor to come and talk to me about it. Well, first I asked him to show me his structure, and then he was an open book. And then I asked him if he could talk to my agents, coach them on what he's doing to get sales. And then I flew him out to Chicago, and then he did, and he didn't pitch to me anything. We we just kept chatting like here and there, like hey, he would do what he said he does, like hey, wishing you a good day, chula. Like he kept sending me reels on Instagram. Sometimes I wouldn't even open them because he'll bombard the hell out of me with like 20 of them a day. But he made me trust him little by little. And then as I realized that I had so many agents that I had plateaued my growth. I was like, okay, so how the hell do I go through this ceiling? And then I started looking around because I had already made the decision to make a change. But what the change was, I didn't know what it was. So I started looking around. I started chatting with Mario. I started chatting with other big brokers to see what they can do to help. And then none of it kind of was a good fit until Mario said the right words. He was like, "Dude, I'm young. I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go. Like either you're with me or you're not. I don't care. I'm still going." So I was like, "Shit, I don't. I got FOMO. I don't want to miss out. So let's go."
That's that's beautiful, man. Thanks for sharing that. It was really nice to go out there and be on that boat with you and meet you and connect with you. And now we have that New York, San Antonio, Florida, Chicago connection going on. Love it.
The trifecta.
That's it. We
Let's
got
go.
we got Daniel Eng, our friend from the Panda Pack here. Daniel, jump in.
Yeah, I'm excited to be part of the Global Alliance too through co-sponsorship with Mario and vice versa as well. There's multiple things going on. Just excited about just bringing the closer together in eXp and creating these alliances all around the country and globe. Um, Anything is possible. I mean, it was possible before, but now, like if you don't understand the power of co-sponsorship and creating these alliances with your other friends that's in the industry, like Vincent and Gil and everyone else here, Arturo, you know, you just find your running partner. So before in the past, the idea was like, okay, go find your generals, go find your business partners outside, right? Finding new people. You can find them here already in the company, and you can just go running. And that's
Mm.
the beauty of it. And we're all here supporting each other. And there's no more ceiling, right? We did have a ceiling before, but it just even opened up wider. So just have that mindset. I'm glad to be on the call. Just excited for everyone here. Global Alliance is in Dallas too, and I'm here to help you guys. So
Daniel is the king of co-sponsorship. You are the poster child of the entire program. You've once you heard about it, you leaned into it like I haven't seen anybody else do as much as you've done. It really is amazing. And you've shared with us, you've been on the Alliance Attractors before, and you've shared with us some of your strategies. We really appreciate that. And just share with these guys another word on co-sponsorship and what they could do to get started.
just create chaos, right? It doesn't matter. Just create chaos. Find your running partner. I mean, seriously, like Mario and I, we talk almost every day, and when we motivate each other, right? Sometimes I'm down. Mario sends that Instagram post or text. Same thing with him. So we keep each other accountable. I mean, just in business, right? Even if you're in production business, you got to find your accountability partner, right? Find that other co-sponsor accountability partner that you can run with, and that's it. Don't make it complicated. Just go find that buddy, find that friend, and create that alliance together, and just grow and help more people. Right? We're here to build. For me, I know it's God's placed this platform in front of me because I can meet all walks of life. Right? It's a very diverse group. It doesn't matter where they're coming from, but you get to be in their life together, and that motivates me. So find your why, find your passion, and just grow from there. And know it's I heard the song earlier, Kingdom Focus and all that, and that's kingdom building. That's what we're doing here. We're not recruiting; we're finding people to pour in people's lives. So that's it.
Awesome. Love it, love it. Who's up?
Oh, and also Mario and I is Chino y Nacho. So there's like a band or a music group called Chino y Nacho. So that's who we are.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right, who else wants to share something?
I'll share.
Go ahead.
For me, I guess my blessing and is gonna be just I've been since joining eXp, I've been consistent. I've been showing up to all these Zoom calls and everything that I say I'm gonna do, I've done and I'm still doing. I still see so much like even after a month being here, it's not like it's something wasn't overhyped to me. You know what I mean? Like I see it every day and to be able to be in these rooms with you guys and listen to you speak and I got a really fine it's like a roadmap, right? And it's like it's not and it's laid out for me. It's not like I have this map and I don't know where to go. So, being in a room with all you guys has just helped me tremendously. And I still feel the drive, and I just want to keep growing more and more. As I get to be in these rooms with you guys. You guys are just super encouraging, empowering, and I love it, man. And yeah, that's my blessing for the week.
Awesome, Anthony.
You know what?
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't say my blessing. I kind of just explained how I met Mario. But
Go ahead.
something that like right now I feel is that I've been, I've been a broker owner for a little over 3 years. And I feel like everything I've done, I've always figured out. Like whenever I've tried to ask people, like, hey, what's this next move? Hey, what would you do here? They were always very shallow. And I didn't know, like a better words, I didn't know what the fuck. But like lately, I started reaching out to Gil. I started reaching out to Mario. I started reaching out to Art. I have a meeting with Art later, and Art, like when I called him, I was like, dude, I don't know what to do here and there. He's like, hey, let's have a meeting at 9 tomorrow. And then I was just like, fuck, man, this is what support feels like. So I feel blessed to finally have support and not feel lonely.
That's amazing. And I want you to think about that. Like for a broker owner, 40 agents, to feel lonely out there and not have somebody that they can lean on. If you felt that way, think about all of the other broker owners out there that are feeling the same thing, right? What we need to do is go out there, put our arms around them, introduce them to the right people, and let's get the conversation started.
Yeah, I'll jump in if that's okay.
Yep.
If you can't hear me, let me know. I'm driving, but I'm not as consistent as I'd like to be on these calls, and my goal is to moving forward be on these calls the majority of the time, so I can learn and grow with you guys and really take in the strategies and just different ways of being able to connect and attract. Right now, my biggest blessing, and Gil knows about this, is that for some time I've been having conversations with another broker, about 60 to 70 agents. They consistently bring in over $400 million a year, and finally the opportunity showed its face, and I jumped on it and was able to make a connection. Got him on the call with Josie and Frank and some others, and it was a great call. I mean, it was very very receptive. He was very receptive and open to eXp. He'd already been talking, or been approached by other brokerages, and it seemed like this was something that really aligned and resonated with them. So that's step number one. There's definitely more
Well, that was
steps.
actually not step number one.
Oh, you're right.
I want you because I want you to if you could, Arturo, just for the purpose of sharing with everybody, because that wasn't your step one. And I think that people always get concerned of like, how do I talk to a broker? How do I talk to an owner? So there was probably 2 or 3 steps before that I'd love for you to kind of share with everybody, because I think that will really nail home the idea of how do you bring home a broker owner. And it wasn't just one step. So
Yeah, you're right.
There's 2 or 3.
It wasn't one step. It's about to get loud because I'm going to get on a cobblestone here. But yeah, it wasn't one step. You're right, and it was everything leading up to that that allowed for the conversation. And one is, if you have a relationship with someone, whether and this individual isn't like a friend that I go to their house and drink whiskey and smoke cigars with, but we
Right.
see each other. Our kids play on the same sports team. We didn't really get off to talking about real estate for a while. Each other was real estate. He was trying to recruit me to go to his team. So the part that actually led to where we are now was just asking questions, seeing how things are going. Asking about like what was going great, what was not going great, and this was over the course of multiple conversations, of course. But just diving deeper each time into, oh, tell me more about that. Like, why is that happening? How do you feel about that? Like, is that something that you feel like could be fixed? Like, just better questions. And I think we actually touched on this earlier this week. Gil, is ask better questions and get better results. Just deeper questions that lead you to more of them exposing or sharing how they feel. And when you get someone into that zone, the feeling zone, that's where I think those great conversations come out. And honestly, the last conversation we had before the meeting was just kind of him, this verbal vomit of all these frustrations he has with what's going on and how he understands the future of real estate is going in a specific direction, and he wants to align himself with the right company. And there's only really three companies that he could think of, and one of them was us. And it was just great opportunity to jump on it, and also know when you're having these conversations when to jump in out of what do you call it? Being a servant, and trying to help and just not trying to sell. And honestly, my closing, if you want to call it that, was, hey, if I put you in the same room with some individuals that might be able to answer your questions, would you at least consider that? And he said, yeah, absolutely. Can you make that happen? And I said, yeah,
And
I'll
and,
make it
and how
happen.
many of those did you do?
What do you mean?
How many of those three-way calls have you done with him?
One.
Okay. So that was the first one you did with Josie.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Listen, I will tell you, like, there's a couple of things that were mentioned on this call that are worth noting, because sometimes you can be in a very magical experience and feel like, man, that felt really good, but you missed the main nugget there. So 4 or 5 people said something that came right out of GoPro, which is Eric Worre's book. It is the leading book on agent attraction, or just recruiting, networking, all of those different type of companies. Like, he has 3 fundamental things. Before I tell you that, if you really want to be an incredible agent attractor, I want you guys to listen to Vincent. Vincent's going to tell you about a upcoming what are they calling it? Like a boot camp? What are they calling it? John's thing.
Challenge, a boot camp.
Challenge. Okay, good. Tell them about it.
All right. So John Pugh was one of our growth directors at one point. All right. Formerly, I think he was a team lead at Keller Williams. He came in here and exploded his organization. Over 1,000 people right now, and he put together this challenge that I think I would love for all of us to get on. Okay, it's open to everybody. There's no cost to it. It's 3 days. I think it starts on July something. Let me see if I could pull it up. Yeah, here it is. Let me get the link to it. Make sure everybody gets that. Just share my screen and make sure that you guys know about it. Get it in your calendar. There it is. All right. So it is a 3-day boot camp. Do you guys see when it starts? July 28th to the 30th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. All right. He's going to teach you all the strategies. It's going to be fantastic. And I'm saying let's all get on this challenge. Let's all participate and let's all move this needle forward. All right. I'll share the link so we could all get registered, get on board. He talked about it yesterday, and I'm excited. I'm excited to get on. I'm excited to see his strategies. I know what he's doing is working. I know people that coach with him, and he's doing a fantastic job.
And this is free,
It's free. It's free. It's opened
100%
up to
free.
everybody.
It's an actual playbook of recruiting. And for most people, they get on these calls and they're like, man, I'm really good at getting these onesie, twosie people. I'm bringing in people and stuff like that, but I don't have a system, right? So this is a great opportunity for you to sign up for something, and it's in the link. All you got to do is just sign up for it and get a system. Put your agent attraction and automation. I think that like Gino has already signed up.
Right, Gino.
Congratulations, Gino. Like
Man of
this is
action right
something.
there.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Right, Lucie's
Lucy.
done.
There you go.
Like this is something we can all do.
Yeah.
Ben's in there. Good stuff. Keep going, Narda. Good job. And we can all do it and really systemize our agent attraction. Imagine what you'd be, Arturo, with a system where you did this all the time, setting up those appointments, nurturing those relationships. Man, I'm excited to do this with you guys. Art's in there, Maria's in there. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Vincent, for sharing that. So I want to talk to you guys about some fundamental things that can really, really help you grow, and they're going to be based out of that book. If maybe Vincent, you can just pull up the book up on the screen, or Fran, you can pull up the book on the screen because it's a very simple book, and it's like maybe 150 pages, right? But it was brilliantly written before AI was ever came out. And what he did is what he said, I'm going to interview some of the greatest agent attractors from all companies, which I thought that was also a big part of it was like, not just his perspective. He was one of the monster agent recruiters of his time period, something like 300,000 people in his organization, some incredible number. I've been to this guy's house. He has a private mastermind. He has his house that's like, I don't know, 30,000 square feet, and it's overlooking the Las Vegas Strip out of the side of the mountain. You've got to take a little private road to get his house and get to the top of the mountain. To this day, uh, the best house I've ever seen in my life. Right, and I've never seen anything like it. It was just an amazing view. I had such peace walking in. But I'll get back to that. It's like a 4-story house. It's really incredible. But he had 3 principal things in his book. And if you never read the book, I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version of the book. Now, number 1 and number 2, I think people hear all the time. Or actually, number 1, people hear all the time because we say it all the time. We actually said it from the cruise ship, right? We said, if you're going to be an agent attractor, you must be a master what? What do you have to be? You have to be a master what? We said it multiple times. Master inviter, right? And of course, Mario was the best person to answer that question because he is a master inviter. So that's step 1 out of being the guy or being the gal who's going to be an incredible agent attractor. The person's going to have 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people in their organization. You get number 1, but that skill by itself was not enough. Being a master inviter will get you so far, right? Number 2 is a subtle thing, but it was important enough for him to put in his book, and it's posture. And I think that this is number 2 is actually something that people actually don't get, but I want to kind of break down what posture is. Posture is the energy that you bring into this. It's less of that pushy sales type of deal. It's that less of that desperate energy, and it's a professional energy, right? It's a professional energy that's supportive, that's focused on the person, that's educative, it's inspiring, but it's a bunch of small, short energies. And I think this is where some people screw this up. And he talks about like never having too much time. He talks about the fact like, you don't want to spend 3 hours with a person. You want to spend a lot of times. And it's funny because I heard JC talk about like how almost Mario wore him down. And it sounds like Mario did it with his the number 3. He did the fortune is the follow-up. That's the key thing as an agent attractor. And it sounds like Mario did it with a bunch of memes. Because I don't know what you shared with JC, but he was like, I'm going to overwhelm this guy with just like little pieces of energy, with little pieces of love, with little pieces of support. Right. And that is an agent attractor model that GoPro, the book GoPro, Eric Worre spells out. The magic is in the follow-up. The fortune is the follow-up. right? It's because it's not going to be the same way that you heard Arturo talk about this broker he's coming in. By the way, this broker that Arturo's bringing in, it's a well-renowned broker in our town. It's somebody of respect. I'm excited to see this go through. But it was somebody that he continued to, just touch. And in the beginning, his professional energy had nothing. It was just support, love, education, relationship, right? Had nothing to do with EXP. The relationship came first and it evolved into that professional energy where at some point people became curious because you were curious about them. They became curious of you. It started on the soccer field, right? With your kid. And hey, we have something that we're connected about, right? By the way, we're also connected by real estate, but I'm also going to connect here. And I think that, it's important to understand is like you really have to stay there until they're comfortable to open up because it's rare that you're going to hit it off. Like it's almost like a listing appointment. Like you could talk to 100 people and you can catch somebody that day was just fighting with their wife or husband. And they're like, yep, I want to list my house. But more likely, you're going to find somebody and you're going to nurture that relationship until they're ready. Now, some of the things that you do help them get ready, right? And sometimes we get a little bit, uh, like, it messes up us a little bit because we think this is the way it always works, right? We get a lead and all of a sudden that they're ready at that time and we capture that lead. We think everybody's like that. But no, most of the time you're going to catch somebody and they're already doing real estate. They've got a bunch of listings. They've got a bunch of consultations going on, right? They've got some business, maybe not as much as they want. So it's going to take some relationship building until we can find out truth. And I feel the numbers, it takes about 5 times talking to somebody before somebody's willing to open up. And why would that be? Well, the first time we're having pleasantries. The second time we might evolve and talk about family. The next time we might really start talking about like, hey man, what do you do for fun? And then we start getting to your dreams and then we start getting to truth. I'm alone. I'm not where I need to be. I see other people growing and I'm not there. That's what it took for me. And by the way, for me to join, it took more than 5. I tell you guys all that I was a tough guy to recruit. It probably took Carlos 15 times to get me, but to get to my truth, because my truth was like, hey man, you know what? I'm doing some pretty incredible stuff, but I know that God's got something bigger for me, and I just haven't figured it out yet, and I don't know how to get it out. And he said, hey, I want to invite you to this event. You're going to meet some incredible people. You're going to see some people that figured it out. And I was like, that's the truth. I'll go. Now, he also knew that because he's talked to me so many times, he knew that my most important thing was my wife. It's like, hey man, I'd love to invite you to eXp Cons in Vegas. I know you and your wife love Vegas. And I was like, gosh darn it. And you know what? It's funny. After he invited me to Vegas, he took me to a training. And the training talked about it was about NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and it talked about once you know somebody's yes, what they say yes to, you can get them to say yes to anything in the world. And I was like, this motherfucker used neuralistic linguistic programming. A guy who barely speaks English. He does speak great English. He just has a great accent. This guy just used neuro. I was like, oh my goodness! But I was so excited because it changed my life forever. So I'm going to repeat those 3 for you. If you want to be a master attractor, first off, you have to be a master inviter. The second thing, you have to have great posture. And posture is the energy that you bring in, not a desperation energy, but a professional energy that understands short periods of time. You're always busy. You're never going to it's like, hey, let's go. And the forces of follow-ups number 3. And by the way, Eric Worre's quote, which he says multiple times in there, the only reason for an exposure is the next exposure. The only reason why we're meeting today is so we can meet again. We never meet a meeting without another meeting, right? We always talk about, hey, when are we meeting next? What's the next thing? Let's get on the calendar. What's going on, right? So there's got to be this constant energy of that. And I will tell you, I can tell you in my relationship with my wife, like I love to come home. I love to spend time with her, right? But we're always looking like, hey, where are we going next? Hey, we're going to this vacation, but what's the next vacation we're taking? What's the next 19 vacations? Because you know what's funny? When you're in a relationship, if you have something to look forward to, there's always excitement. Because there's been times we're going to work hard. There's times when she's working hard on her events, times when I'm working hard on my events, and we go hard. But you know, if you know that, hey, I got 7 days before we're going to go on that cruise together. In 15 days, we're going to do this. You can keep pushing. So you always have to give somebody the next exposure that we're going to have, right? Keep that moving forward. And there's a little bit of excitement that builds every time. Now I start looking forward to being with this person. They start looking forward to being with me. We have great time together. We have real conversations, real conversations. And I think that makes all the difference. Because when it comes down to it, people want to do things with people they like and trust. Yep, that's true. People want to do things with people they honor, that they appreciate, that they love spending quality time with, that understand them. You know, the biggest thing that came out of the master attraction panel, that came out of Mario, Julia's, and Vincent's mouth was like, don't be afraid to tell people what you believe. And each one of them shared their beliefs, right? You know, my belief is when somebody joins my organization, it's like, I want you to get rich. I think every agent should be rich. I think every agent should own investment properties. I'll show you how I do it. So I tell them exactly what I believe, and I share with them my playbook. I believe if you want to be a team leader, I can help you. I can absolutely help you build a team, right? I'll teach you the culture. I'll teach you the disciplines. I'll teach you the technology stack. I'll teach you how to work with people. You want to be a team leader? I want to help you. But you have to let many people know what you believe in and how you can support them so your tribe can be attracted to you. Hey, how do you do, like, one of the things that people get attracted to me sometimes, like, dude, I got 2 kids. How do you do those 6 kids? Well, how would they know I even have 6 kids if I'm not constantly telling people, hey, here's what I believe. Here's what my values. Here's what things are going on in my life. Here's the challenges I've got to overcome. You've got to get yourself publicly out there on social media. You got to get out there publicly in some networking groups. How many networking groups are you in? If you're not in a networking group right now, that is your first assignment at 9:45. Everyone should be part of their local board. Everyone should be part of a group. Everyone should be involved in their church. Everyone should be at a sports game, right? Arturo would never have that recruit if he wasn't working with his kid's school. Be part of something that's going to get you part of a more human beings so you can do these things and invite people, so you can do these things and have professional energy and follow up. So I want to open it up for suggested, like we just covered a lot of stuff. And some of those things you probably said to yourself, you know what? That's the thing I need to do. So one of these things you resonated with. Maybe whether it was something that Arturo said, that Art said, that JC said, that Mario said, that Vincent said. I hope that you signed up for that event for John Pugh because he's a master attractor, right? Good stuff. I see some thumbs up. But what was the thing you learned today? What's your aha moment? Maybe you learned it on the cruise. Actually, if you learned it on the cruise, I'd love for you to share it. But we only got a few more minutes, and I want to make sure that, you know, every great idea that's sitting inside you gets out, because at 9:45 we take action. Who else wants to share?
Gil, you're right about getting in the right groups and having the right networks. I met somebody for the first time in person on the cruise. It was Helen Archer, right? And she's uh, been with NIREP and has that organization that she's a part of. And she had a contact in New York that she's talking to. And she's like, "Hey, Vincent, you're in New York. This person's like, I don't know anybody locally, so I'd love to introduce her to you." And it's funny. Once I get back, um, I get a call, not from Helen, but from the lady that she's talking to, and she's like, "Hey, Helen brought you up, and we're in different parts of New York, but I saw that you had a listing in my neighborhood, and I actually wanted to show it. I have an offer for you." And it's just the universe kind of opened itself up, and because we spoke that out there, all of a sudden I've got an accepted offer with her. We're going to be talking about eXp, and we're going to be merging all of these organizations together. So it happened because Helen was part of this organization, made this contact. made another contact because we're part of the global alliance together, and now she's just merging those ecosystems.
Awesome. Because you were in the Caribbean, you're doing more business in New York.
That's right.
That's awesome. Hey, I'd love to hear from Rebecca. I'd love to hear from Lucy. Come on, jump in here.
Hey, good morning.
Activate
Good
us.
morning. I'm excited to be able to co-sponsor finally with Vincent. That's exciting news.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Even though it's not directly with me, but Helen, through him, you got it. Anyways, it's
Yep.
exciting, exciting times. I want to welcome a new agent. I don't know if he's still on the call. He was on here just a moment ago. Oh, yeah, there he is. Anthony Cervantes out of
Anthony.
California. And he's a new co-sponsored agent through Moises Rosales, which has been a dear friend of mine for many, many, many years. So I'm excited that we're finally able to co-sponsor. And so I don't know if he wants to say hello to everybody and tell us what market he's out of.
Anthony might be shy.
I'm trying to unmute. I see him there.
Oh, I see him.
Jump in, Anthony.
Do you see the little microphone? Just tap it on the bottom left.
Yeah, I'll put a button on your screen. There you
Hi,
go.
can you hear me?
Hi there.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Anthony. Welcome. Welcome to the
Hi,
Global
guys.
Alliance.
Thank you. I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you guys.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what market you're out of.
Out of Ventura County. Yeah, I'm born and raised in Oxnard, California. Looking to pursue my career in real estate, so I joined eXp and joined with Rebecca and Moises and see where this takes me.
Man,
Awesome.
that's so awesome, man. I can tell you, like, many of you guys probably don't remember being a brand new agent. Like, and the feeling of like, man, I really want to make something special happen. I want to change my life forever. I want to change my family's life. And real estate has been the avenue to do that for so many people. Anthony, I'm so excited for you to be part of this organization. We have proven to grow people, like they come in. I hope that you signed up for Fast Cap. That's such an incredible program for brand new
I
people to
did.
join. If you did, okay, great. I hear so incredible stuff. I was just in the office a couple of days ago, and I was talking to an agent who's in Fast Cap right now, and she was talking to another agent about the experience they had in Fast Cap, and brand new agents getting referrals from other agents in the marketplace, brand new agents doing listing appointments, like the courage and the expertise that they're getting so fast. Like, let's get more people in. Like, we should be out there helping other agents get the results that they need. And I'm so excited for that. Anybody else want to share? Lucy, you
Yes.
there?
Yes. Can you hear me? I'm
Lucy, let me
here.
hear you because I can tell you right now,
Woo!
I'm still activated because of you.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now what happened on that stage at Build at Sea was a surprise for me as much as it could have been a surprise for all you guys, but I know it was a divine appointment for activating, that area that we all have that is still in charcoal, and so many people were moved by what I said. For me, it was just a surreal moment of allowing God to, number one, use me, and number two, just share really what I've been through in the last, 5 years. It's coming from out of that space and place where sometimes we find ourselves, or we have to go there, right? And start soul searching and mind searching and heart searching. So yes, it is our time to activate, and we're going to stay activated because we've been built for more. I never even imagined it would turn into what it did. Built for more, lighting up that fire, igniting, activating, and really recognizing that we are built for more. We are history makers, and just unleashing that power from within because we have it. It's there because we are a diamond at heart, and we just got to speak that life to us every single day. So yes, it was something incredible. I'm telling you, this Built at Sea was a divine appointment for all of us that were there in one way or another. So I thank you guys for believing in me even before I was able to rise up, loving me through my seasons. And yeah, it's time to activate, guys. The call is now. The moment is now. We're all built for more, and it's time to unleash. So thank you to everybody.
Man, I saw that moment coming. I gotta tell you, like I saw that moment coming. Lucy, I've seen you already. Like I've been in awe of you for a long time before that moment. But I can tell you, like it's passion is extremely like I think passion spreads more than COVID, right? When you've got a great
Mm,
passion, you believe like and you have the courage to share your passion, the whole you could have convinced the
it-
whole ship to get their license and join the XP ship. So I want to say like I'm grateful for you for doing
thank you.
something that I think that I want to see more do. When the
Yes.
time to step up happens, step up. You know, I'm a Tony Robbins person, and there's this thing that they do as you're about the day on day one, which hopefully you guys join me to the Tony Robbins event, and hopefully somebody will put the link in there. But on day one, you do something super incredible. Day one, they ask you to walk fire. And I got to tell you, like, that sounded pretty absurd to me. I'm not going to go to this event. I actually didn't know anything about Tony Robbins. Nobody prepped me about Tony Robbins. I was a terrible attendee day one. But on day one, you get in a line. It's like, hey, we're gonna walk fire with 10,000 people, and I'm like, sure the hell I'm not, but I'm gonna walk with you guys. I'm gonna I'm gonna clap. I'm gonna walk like I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna sidestep that fire. And then then you start getting in there, and they're like, step up. And if you've been to a Tony Robbins event, you know what step up means. When you hear
Yeah.
that word step up, you step up. Your whole body becomes erect. You go into a mindset of like nothing can stop me, and certainly not this fire.
Mm-hmm.
And you stepped up.
Yeah.
You know that moment's coming because you're going to feel something in your body. It's going to twitch you a little bit, and it's going to make you and you can interpret that two things. And I can tell you like there is a two energies happening at all times. And that first energy is like, don't do it, don't do it. But on the other side, it sees your absolute future. On the other side, it's like, you know what? Let's march forward. Let's step up.
Yes.
And you're
Yeah.
going to see this opportunity when you're standing in line at a coffee shop, right? And there's an agent in front of you, and you're talking to them. You just start a conversation with them, and you start finding out about their family, their occupation, their recreation, their dreams. Maybe on the fifth, sixth, seventh appointment, because every time we have an appointment, we're going to make another appointment. You get to the spot where we actually start talking about half business, and you get to real stuff, real conversations, and you earn the right to have a huge organization because you were interested. You weren't just you were interested. You weren't just trying to be interesting. You weren't just telling your numbers. You weren't telling them how great you were. You're being real with people, authentic, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you shared your
Mm-hmm.
vision. You shared your passion, and through that, they shared theirs. That's all agent attraction is. And when you get this, it becomes who you are. You don't need to like. And by the way, if you want this to be your identity, then you need to be reading books. If you want this to be your identity, you need to be listening to stuff that's going to help you be more inspired. If you want this to become your identity, if you want a 10,000 person organization, you need to be reading the GoPro book. Because I can tell you,
Mm-hmm.
when you start consuming this stuff all day long, you start feeding yourself this stuff, it becomes who you are. You become a master inviter. You become somebody who has that kind of posture that people just get gravitated to. You understand that, every time I follow up with somebody, it brings me closer to my goal. So I'm going to ask you now, as we leave this call, who do you need to follow up with? Who are the three people that you need to text right now? And maybe you'll do that magical text that we talked about, the I see you text. Hey, man, I see you. You're doing an incredible job. Keep on crushing it. Hey, man, it's been a while since we connected. I was just thinking about you. I remember that mastermind when we went to the World of Beer and we sat down and you talked to me about like what you're trying to accomplish. I talked about what I accomplished and we left there better people. We should do that again. I was just thinking about you. What a beautiful text. Hey man, I just saw you got that accomplished. By the way, I just saw that you did that event. I just like keep Ben. I just gotta tell you, like I'm super proud of you. Keep going. And it can be nothing to do with eXp, with nothing of that. It's just you're showing some love. We should get together. Hey, by the way, you going to that blah 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 blah? Are you doing daga daga daga? Hey, did you see that this event's coming up? By the way, have you ever heard of Ed Milet? I'm going to tell you right now, like there are so many incredible events that are going on. Have you ever heard of Tony Robbins? I'm going to that event over in Miami. We can go to Salt Lake City. Have you been to Salt Lake City before? Have you ever heard Ed Milet? Probably one of the best speakers in the world. He's coming up to the next build event, I guess. He's going to what brand? That's not for the EXP company. Where's Ed Milet speaking at?
West
Is
Palm.
it West Palm? There's so many incredible stuff. Be a master inviter. Know what's coming up. Let people know where you're going and give them a chance to come with you. Everybody that you're recruiting should know that you're going to Miami. Everybody you're recruiting should know that you're going to EXPCon. Everybody you know, like just let people know where you're going and say, hey, do you want to come with me? I'm going to an AI event in Niagara Falls because I want to learn about robots. Actually, if you guys want to know about it, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be there from August 9th through the 12th. It's Nick Krem's going to be speaking at this event. There's going to be AI people from all over the world. I want to learn about AI. Hey man, are you working with this AI stuff? Hey, I'm going to this AI event. You want to go? Master inviters talk about where they're going all the time. Everyone. You know what? Anthony's like, yeah, tell me that information. You know what? I'll put it here in the group. While I look this up, if there's anything before we go, Vincent, you want to end this up?
Gil, I want to say something.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say something real quick about this AI thing. I'm glad you touched on it. Yesterday, I happened to open up my IG and I listened to Felix Bravo. Anyone know who Felix Bravo is? Raise your hand. He's our international growth CEO. You guys know
Dude,
that.
he's rocking it on AI.
Let me tell you something. You guys need to start following Felix because he is rocking it with Claude. He is putting, stuff out there, prompts out there for free, guys. He's giving them out for free. Like yesterday, he gave out one on you can train your AI to basically tell you exactly what text messages to basically transform your text messages in your own voice instead of their voice. So you know how sometimes when you send a text message, an AI message out, and it doesn't sound like you? No, he gave a prompt that basically makes everything sound like you. And this guy, you got to go on his eye. You need to start following because Felix Bravo, first of all, he created a health coach that actually helped him lose 40 pounds. You got to see his transition. So basically, he created his own coach through Claude and coached him, a nutritionist and everything to help him lose 40 pounds in 6 months. He looks phenomenal.
I can tell you, like I watch all his stuff.
Yeah, he's going
In fact,
crazy.
I'm going to make it a point. I'm going to make it a point to get him to show up to the office, and he probably should text this and have him do it. And here's the deal: like sometimes we like, oh, can you come up to my market? No, dude, get everybody in. Hey, I got Felix Bravo coming in. I tell you what, I learned this from Tony Robbins. I actually went to Fiji thinking to go to his life mastery class. I flew on 4 different planes, took a bus for 2 hours to go to Tony Robbins' private island to go see Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins wasn't there. He was there on freaking Zoom. Actually, it wasn't even Zoom. It was actually old videotapes.
Yeah.
You know,
so I'm like, hey man, we got one of the top AI guys, Felix Bravo. He's coming into town, blah blah, and like, nope, he's on Zoom. Let's go.
You know, I love
because
that.
It's like being there.
You got to. You always say it, Gil. You got to show up. Honestly, I learned that from running. I mean, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just got off a 23-mile run, and you guys pushed me the last 2 miles. It was 8:30. I got on your call. I was struggling. I said, man, let me turn on Agent Attraction, and I listened to you guys. You guys pushed me through the last 2 miles. So thank you, man.
That's awesome. Yeah, the event is called Project 42. It's called the greatest show in real estate. AI is the magic. It's in Niagara Falls. I'll be there. They're gonna have a bunch of AI people there, and I'm gonna be there to support Nick Krem while he's there, August 10th through 11th. My wife will be there with me, and then right after that same week, I'm going to be doing Tony Robbins Business Mastery. I will tell you, if you're an agent attractor, you've got to be filling your cup all the time so you can pour some cup into somebody else. I believe the best agent attractors are usually being coached, they're usually being mentored, they're usually reading books, they're usually going to events, they plug in, they attend everything because they know that the person that they're going to meet and the people they're going to bring in are depending on them to do that so they can pour into them.
Hey, Gil, is that going to be on Zoom? I thought we were talking about that. That business
I don't
mastery.
know, man. I'm going to see it live, so I don't know.
Damn, I want to get into that. That's one I'm highly interested in, man.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to leave with a robot. I'm telling you what. If I'm just going to give Desmond 80 a shout out. He's got this little robot in his office that his VA lives in. So his VA is plugged into a robot and can see everything in the room, and the VA drives it around the room. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting me a robot for the office. So I'm going to leave this event. I've already looked at their Project 42 and went through a few of the links, and they're going to have robots there. I'm leaving with robot for the office. So it's one of the main reasons why I'm going. But I want to learn about AI, and that's my tribe. My tribe wants to learn about AI. My tribe is passionate about love. My tribe is passionate about life. My tribe is passionate about growth. My tribe. I'm talking about it all the time. Share your beliefs. Share why people should join you, and they will. All right, guys, we're past our time. I just want to thank you guys all for being here and taking this time on a Friday morning. This is Freedom Friday. This is not an accident. We get together for purpose and for action. I hope you take some action. So after this call, do not get up. You can turn off your camera, but text 3 people, reach out to people, become a master and inviter, and share your wins next week. I'll see you guys
Let's
soon. Take care,
go.
everyone.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Take it easy,
Activate,
guys.
everybody. Bye.
Activate. I can't wait to see that video again of you speaking on stage.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait. I'm gonna play it all the time.
Thank you, guys.
Take care, be well.
Hugs. Bye-bye.